Hey Threadbanger! This whoabot short is actually going to be a recon or a reconstruction episode. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a halter shirt out of an old flannel. And this tutorial is available for beginners and anyone else who just loves to sew. And it's summer anyways, so So, things you will need. First you will need a flannel t-shirt. Like this. Best places to get one, I don't recommend you buy a really expensive one, of course. I don't recommend you buy anything expensive, but, go to your local thrift town or thrift store. Goodwill is always, the place to go. Next, I believe that the technical term for this is that you will need hecka elastic. Not really hecka, but you need just buy a yard of elastic. The first thing we're gonna do is measure out how much elastic you need. So what you're gonna do is take your elastic, wrap it around your neck, hold the end, and then wrap your two arms around your back and find where the elastic meets and hold your finger there. So, like that. Okay? And make sure that the elastic is relaxed and not really that stretched. So it's right about there. And take your scissor and cut this. Alright, now we're going to measure everything that needs to be drawn and cut out off of the flannel. So I just have my flannel. I'm going to disappear in a second. Okay. So I've got my flannel here. And make sure that all the buttons are buttoned down, okay? And all I did first, you see the seam right here, the shoulder seam? Starting from right here, draw a line that's 1 inch away from the collar seam right here. I'm doing it in Sharpie. Don't do it in Sharpie. Do it in chalk. But I don't really have anything else right now because I lost my chalk. So I just drew that line all the way around. Okay? So from about right there, you're actually going to want to, on the shoulder seam, add another inch. So add another notch. Right there. And connect the lines from where the fabric lies flat. Draw a line from there to the black line so that it has a good slope. Next, what we're going to do is take a ruler and connect that line you made to the armpit. All the way to the armpit, because we're going to cut off the sleeve completely. Actually, you probably want to cut a line about 1 inch down from the armpit because there are things in the way on the way there to the arm. Okay, sorry, I'm strange. Again, do this on the other side. So you want to mark 1 inch down from the armpit. And then connect your ruler. And draw the line. Okay. Next, you're going to want to turn it around. Okay. Find the mark you made on both sides of the armpits. Right here. It is, and connect it more to the back. There it is on the other side. For me, it basically follows this red line right here, so that's good and convenient. Now all you're going to want to do is cut the line, cut on the line. So you're going to end up with sleeves, basically. It's actually kind of funny because now you could just use the sleeves for a leftover jacket, if you added elastic around this too. Anyway, sorry, back to the flannel. Alright, now you have a really, really big flannel looking shirt. Okay, so I didn't like the length of the shirt because it is a little big, so if I were to add the elastic the way it was, then the back would be really, really low. It would show my entire back, and I don't want that. So all I'm going to do to kind of reconstruct that is separate the back and the front pieces. So cut it off by cutting off the seam right here, and I'm just lining it up to where I would like it to be, so where I would like the back to be. And it would be about right here up to this line. So all you do now is make a notch where the curve and the end of it meet on both sides, and now you're just going to cut a line straight down here on both sides, Okay, now especially since this tutorial is for girls, I'm going to be adding a tie. So all you want to do is take your sleeves, check it out, take your sleeves, and then you could really just like follow the line of the flannel and take a good 1.5 inches out of it. So I'm going to cut out this much all the way up to here. And even if you just do that on one sleeve, then you already have 2 ties. Or well, actually, you have to do that on both sleeves. So to make the tie, I'm just going to cut off this part of the sleeve. Okay. And might as well just cut off the entire sleeve already. I'm just going to cut out that outline. I'm following lines of the plaid. I don't think you can even see me, can you? There we go. Anyway, you're going to want to do that on both sides so you'll have 2 strings to tie back your flannel, okay? Okay, so before I leave you again, let's recap a bit. So remember, I cut off the rest of it, like all the excess part that I don't want. I put the back to where I want it to be, right there, so it won't be too low on my back. And now, before we sew, you want to remember to add your strap, okay? So just take your strap, just cut this straight. Put it at least like about 1 inch down from where this corner part is, and pin it down so you can sew over it, and so it'll be attached. Yep, do this to both sides, and then meet everything back. I only need 1 pin because it's pretty easy to follow, but you know, you could pin as much as you want. And then we're just gonna sew down this line right here on both sides, okay? So I will be right back. Now that we've got that sewed down, we can actually do the step now where you take the edges of it and fold it over, leaving enough space for your elastic to feed through. So I'd say, you know, just to be safe, like a little less than 1 inch. So, I mean, depending on the kind of elastic you got. So I got pretty thick elastic. I think I got 1 centimeter or 1/2 inch of elastic. So I'm gonna do that now. All right, I finished sewing all the way around, but I left a small part open so that I could feed it through. Okay, so now I'm gonna feed it through, everyone's favorite part. It'll be worth it, it'll be worth it, it'll be worth it, it'll be worth it, it'll be worth it. It's okay, because it'll be worth it. Alright, once you get it through, and before I start doing the happy dance at least, you're going to take off your safety pin and then sew the elastic together, and then sew closed the hole that you have left, okay? Next, since we changed the length of the back to the front, you're just going to take the front piece and the back piece and then cut it to be the same length and sew it all together. Now all that's left after you've done all of that is to try it on. Okay, this was a really quick tutorial, so if you have any questions, feel free to contact me on any of my contacts, including my MySpace, my Threadbanger account. Just private message me there, and make sure to follow my blog, my Twitter, and subscribe to this whoabot channel. And to see any other really good stores, check out the Threadbanger Guild, and always keep it DIY. This has also been a whoabot short. Whoa.